Well, for some reason, drivers in Nebraska didn't spend as much on car repairs last year compared to people in the other 49 states because we averaged at $323.57.
A very specific number, and that was the best in the country. I'd like to give our guest some credit. He's joined us for years now with the singular focus of answering your questions. That way, you know, is a trip to the shop even needed?
He owns Certified Transmission. Peter Fink, good to see you, Peter.
It's nice to see you.
You know, I like to see that in Nebraska being the lowest, you know, and the way to save some money is go in and get those general repairs done, okay, the scheduled maintenances, and you'll save money in the long run. Kind of that old commercial from 20 years ago, pay me now or pay me later. And pay me later is always bigger, okay, by a long shot,
you've been preaching that for a long time.
You know what? Cars will literally run for almost ever if you do the general maintenance that you're supposed to. There's going to be things that break and wear out, okay, a little bit, you know, but I mean, if you do and bring it in like you're supposed to, that every 10,000 miles and get the few things done and follow the recommended procedures, I'm telling you, they'll learn a long time.
Yeah, let's get to this first question. It's from Kathy. Kathy writes, I drive a 2005 RAV4. My fuel gauge is pointed 3/4 of a tank, but the gas light is on and I'm pretty much on E. Is that gauge something I can fix myself?
You know, I'm a little confused here. I didn't understand for sure if she meant the light stays on all the time, okay? If the light stays on all the time and you put gas in it, then I would have to think there's something wrong with the sending unit that's in the tank itself, okay? That it's stuck, that it's gummed up, or whatever the case may be. Now, if the light goes off, okay, when she fills it up, and the gauge always stays at 3/4, it's probably something wrong with the gauge, okay? Unfortunately, they don't sell most gauges by themselves anymore, okay? They sell them part of an instrument cluster and stuff. I would probably get a used one, because when you get a price of a new one, you're probably going to be pretty shocked, okay, and stuff, all right, on this. Unfortunately, I don't think this is a do-it-yourself deal at home. You probably got to get it to a shop that you trust to bring it in, have them check it. Never go in and tell them what needs to be done. Always say, this isn't what's working. Check it out, get back with me what it's going to take to fix it, okay? Because if you go in and say, replace my gas gauge, they do that, and it don't fix it, well, who's at fault? I mean, you told them to do that, okay? You really want it checked out.
And be general when you go in.
Exactly. The better you are, let them come back and tell you what you need, okay, and stuff, without a doubt.
Nick is up next. He asks, what is more important when shopping for a used car, mileage or age?
Well, you know, I'm a pretty high mileage unit myself, you know, so I mean,
Peter.
All right. You know, mileage to me is pretty important, okay? I really don't like buying super high mileage units, okay, and stuff. There's a couple exceptions. If it's always an interstate car, okay, you will find sometimes a car that has 100,000 miles that's only 2 or 3 years old. Well, it was driven on the highway, and long as they got that service records, okay, that you can see they've had the regular maintenance done, then I wouldn't be too scared of it. But otherwise, I never fear off by age. Of course, around here, we got to look for the rust, okay? I mean, you want to make sure that it hasn't been rusted out, okay, because we use so much salt in the wintertime and things like this. So a lot of times the age gets the body, okay, and stuff. I guess that's the same thing wrong with me, you know? But regardless, I mean, I always look at the mileage more than the age. As long as the body's in good shape, we're good to go.
All right, this final question comes from Danny. My 2009 Honda Civic makes a screeching sound when I turn the steering wheel. Any ideas what could be causing it?
You know, Honda's is one of those rare cars that use special fluid for power steering fluid, okay? First thing would come to mind is check your power steering, make sure that it's in the right level, okay, and stuff. Second, you can't use any other kind of oil for the power steering other than Honda power steering fluid. I don't know why. I can't answer that. You would never think that's the case, okay? But if you don't, it will ruin the power steering pump and it will make noise. So hopefully someone didn't put the wrong fluid in this already, okay? Now this is what I would do, okay, check it, drain it, have it drained, suck all the old fluid out, put proper power steering fluid in, it might save it, okay? You might get lucky and good to go, but that's the number one thing I see people put the wrong fluid. And actually cars are that way almost on everything, from engine oils to power steering, the transmissions, if you put the wrong oils in there, I mean, it's incredible. It'll ruin it, okay? And I mean, so get that owner's manual out. Now, obviously, in an emergency situation, any oil's better than no oil, okay? But I mean, then you got to get it back out, change it, put the right stuff in, okay, and stuff, you know? So before you top something off, always get the owner's manual out, check it, see, or go to a proper repair shop that knows. I've never seen fluids get so complicated like it is today. I mean, it's almost ridiculous
never
in
would
my
have thought
opinion.
there's a manufacturer specific.
You know what? It truly is. GM is on that way on transmission fluid, Ford, Honda. I mean, all the manufacturers are, okay? And you put in, if you put GM fluid in a Honda transmission, again, it won't work. And a Chrysler fluid, I mean, if you put GM fluid in a Chrysler, it won't work. You'll get a shudder and it'll shake the dash and everything. I mean,
that's good.
That's a
and
good
it's-
heads up.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really believe they do all this.
Well,
okay,
good luck
be
to
honest.
Danny. It sounds like she might have her hands full, but hopefully draining and starting over will help.
Yeah.
And listen, 5 locations for certified transmission in our area. If your transmission needs some attention, don't hesitate to make appointments online. You can do it at certifiedtransmission.com. Peter Fink, thanks for joining us today.
Always
See
a
a
great
Big
time.
Garth
Always
Brooks
fun.
fan this
Yeah.
one.
2 shows this weekend.
Yeah, I was down there. It was awesome, you know,
Yeah, that's
so
what we
definitely.
heard.
Thanks, Peter.
All right, and listen, your question could be featured during our next visit with Peter or another member of the crew from Certified. A few ways to get those questions to us. Email talkback@omahamorningblend.com. Visit our website and click on the Certified Transmission button, or leave questions on our Facebook wall.